What's up everybody, Starrick here, and today I will be giving my quick thoughts on the third round of the ICSAS Championship. As you heard in my previous ICSTC video, on round 3 of that championship, I knew before this race that qualifying would be pretty much the most important part of the race, so make sure you watch the beginning of that video to see why this is. This race is a perfect example of why it's so hard to pass here cleanly. As you watch, just know that even though on my screen I was clean, there were a couple of innocent bumps on Kinjo's and Box's screen that luckily did not harm anybody. I will be showing a couple of these instances today. I pride myself in being a clean racer, and I think that I have a great understanding of the POV differences so that I can be pretty much clean. I would say that my racing in this race would be clean enough, but definitely needs to be better. The rest of this video will be different from the last. Thanks to Mike Murphy's comment on my last video, I will be going over the most important parts of the race and giving my thoughts and opinions on what I was thinking at the time, as well as what my opinion was on what happened during that clip. Although I am biased, there are a couple of instances that show a good understanding of when to attempt a pass and when to pull out of a move. Hopefully these can be examples of how to be patient when racing in Circuit Superstars. Alright, let's get into the race. Starting out the race behind Kinjo in front of Box. Going into turn 2 here, I do go a bit wide. This allows Box to catch up to the back of me. I don't agree with his attempt to pass there, as it does bump me, but probably clean on his screen as he's from South America. And his ping is pretty high compared to ours. I hit the wall here, which is really unfortunate, but I'm still able to keep my position. Texas drills behind me. I hit the rail again. This allows Texas to go up the inside of me into turn 1. They were going 3 wide in turn 2, and I just back out of that because that was just, not a great situation to be in. Luckily, I'm able to get up the inside of Texas there, but he does go into the back of me in turn 5 there, and he correctly, pulls back out of that, lets me have the position back. Good on him for that. Unfortunately, that does, put him back into 5th place, unfortunately, behind DeJuan. The rest of the stint is just me behind Box as we attempt to catch back up to Kinjo. Luckily, we do eventually, but I just realized, halfway through the stint that I'm fine just behind Box because it looks like he's catching, so there's no point in battling him, as I do want to at least attempt for the win at this point. Going into lap 7 here, I can definitely tell as I'm behind Box that I'm for sure faster than him. I'm gaining time on almost every corner, but I do know that we are catching Kinjo. He's right there in front. You can barely see him on the front of the screen there. And I just biding my time so that we can catch up to Kinjo and then make my move. Because I don't want to fight him. I really don't want to fight him to where it slows us down and Kinjo gets away. So I'm just going to bide my time back here in 3rd. And hopefully we can catch up to Kinjo soon. Finally, we do catch up to Kinjo and we're in his slipstream on lap 10 here, going into lap 11. I do get a really nice run on Box here. So I was like, I'll just try to see if I can make the pass. But coming out of turn 1, you can see that I didn't hit him on my screen, but I 100% hit him on his screen. So I pulled out of that and continued to just wait till he pit. Going into the pits on lap 11, you can see I get a really nice run up the inside going on the entry to the pit, and I'm alongside Box, which is really nice. And as you can see here, after I take a little bit less fuel, about 90, I guess 85, I get really undercut him pretty bad in the pits, and I'm able to get on the back of Kinjo here. So here's where things get a bit frustrating. I get a really nice run on Kinjo coming out of the last few corners here into turn 1 and 2. I'm up close to him, but I have to back out because I can't be that close to him or else I'll POV hit him. And as you can see, the draft just does not allow. We had it on 50% draft, which I thought was way too low. Maybe not way too low, but it was low enough to where draft really didn't help you pass at all, as you can see there. So this was really frustrating, as I knew that I was faster than him, even though I'm hitting rails all the time. I knew that I was faster and I could pass him, but I just couldn't find it with that draft there. So here Kinjo gets a little bit wacky here on the turn 8, and I try to go up the inside there, but you know, he's got a nice run on the outside, and there's just no space for me to go on them. Also, he left me plenty of space. I again tried here, but you can see that I kind of POV hit him into turn 2 there, or on the exit of turn 1, so I had to back out of that as well because I hit him. On lap 21 here, but as you can see, Box has caught up to us, and now we are a train of 3. Coming into the pits on lap 22, I get another really nice run on the inside, hooking that inside of the pit entry to get alongside Kinjo. But I think that because I short fueled last pit, I had to pit a bit longer than Kinjo did because he probably still had a lot of fuel. I only had 1 fuel coming into there, so that was cutting it a bit close. And so that's why he's able to kind of jump ahead of me, and I'm not able to catch up to him, even with my great pit entry. On lap 24 here, I do get a really nice exit out of these last couple corners. I'm able to cut the inside there and use the draft to get up to him, but again, you know, due to POV, I had to back out of it because I was 100% going to hit him on his screen if I didn't back out there. And here is where Box actually gets the drop on both Kinjo and I. I get caught on the outside edge there into turn 2, which allows Box to go on the inside of me. Box, you know, a little bit of POV pushing there. Gets past Kinjo. Not sure what Kinjo saw, but that was 100% due to, you know, POV differences between South America and United States here. Here going into turn 8, Kinjo again has a little bit of a excursion out to the outside. I do go to the inside. He gives me enough space, but unfortunately, I mess it a bit up and I hit the wall. That's definitely unfortunate, but we continue on. Now we're going to look at Kinjo's overtake of Box here, which also allows me to overtake Box. Box defends the inside turn 1, but that compromises turn 2. And he's outside, hits on the rail, and I just take advantage of his excursion out there. And now it's back to where we were before Box was able to pass both Kinjo and I. On lap 33 here, I'm able to get a really nice run at Kinjo here. He sees this and defends the inside correctly, and unfortunately just, you know, was not able to get alongside him again going into turn 2. I'm just looking for any opportunity here to pass him, but unfortunately these corners do not really allow for any clean passing. I probably touched him there, so I backed out a little bit there. And I'm just, you know, gonna try to go up the inside here, but just the wheel spin, and it's just, you know, it's not there. That's gonna be dangerous, so I pulled out. And unfortunately, you know, got second. Kudos to Kinjo for his defending there, for sure. Thanks everybody for watching. Here's the results. If you like this type of video, let me know in the comments below. Really appreciate you, and I will see you for maybe a new video coming up here shortly.